Welcome to the channel. My name is Matthias. Today, we're going to talk about the Dark Phoenix saga, the conclusion, and we're going to cover Uncanny X-Men issues 136 and 137. This is top tier Golden Age Chris Claremont. He's firing on all cylinders during this era of X-Men. And also, we have fantastic art by John Byrne. So, without further ado, let's get into this. So, prior to this, we had the whole situation with Phoenix and the Hellfire Club. She had been corrupted by Mastermind, which I also have to cover that story too, which is really fantastic. And now we start off with the X-Men having to deal with the fact that who they think is Jean Grey, because that's a whole other can of worms. It's Phoenix has converted into the Dark Phoenix, because obviously the X-Men don't know that Phoenix has replaced Jean Grey and she's in a cocoon under Jamaica Bay. They think they're dealing with the real deal. No one knows that they're going to massively retcon this whole situation. That aside, so we have the X-Men trying to come to terms with the fact that they have to take down one of their teammates. While this is going down, we have Phoenix returning to Jean Grey's home. She has this whole situation with her family where things escalate very quickly because Phoenix at this moment has like a dual personality disorder. We have Jean Grey on one hand being the kind, nice, normal Jean Grey, while when the Phoenix side of her persona manifests, it's totally unhinged and straight on psychotic at moments. So we have Jean's family not knowing what to do with this power-hungry monster who God knows what she wants to do to the world. Very possibly wanting to burn everything to the ground because she gets like this adrenaline high ever since she destroyed that star system. So what happens is the X-Men crash the party and Beast is on board at this moment because he was with the Avengers during this time, but for this mission, he joins in because he creates this mnemonic disruptor, a comic book thingamajig that's going to stop her powers from manifesting or keep them sort of in check so she doesn't kill everyone on the spot. And even though her powers are subdued, she clobbers most of the X-Men with no effort. I love the part where she makes Wolverine second guess and stop him from killing her when she manifests her Jean Grey persona, and this makes Logan to drop his guard, and then she wallops him. So what happens is she steamrolls over the X-Men and she melts the mnemonic disruptor from her forehead. We have Xavier arriving on the scene and they go toe-to-toe, and that moment is freaking epic. Those panels are so emblematic, and the thing is that Xavier is able to come out on top, but they're not out of the woods yet. As soon as they're able to defeat the Dark Phoenix, they're teleported away to a Shi'ar ship. And now they have to go through this trial through combat because Dark Phoenix destroyed a star system. The Shi'ar want to make her pay. Xavier knew enough about Shi'ar law that they could do this whole trial by combat thing. Now, the next couple pages are fantastic. I think they're the best part of the story because it dives into each one of the X-Men, dealing with the fact that this trial by combat that they're going to endure is against the Imperial Guard. They're insanely powerful. Dealing with the possibility that they're going to get their asses handed to them again. And that very possibly Jean Grey, who they think is Jean Grey, might die at the end of this. So everyone's teleported to the blue side of the moon. I think this is the first time we've seen comic books, the blue side of the moon in the first place. So we have that whole mystery. Why is there a place on the moon with the atmosphere and all this construction all over the place? It looks like an ancient civilization used to live there. That aside, we have the whole battle. And as I mentioned earlier, the X-Men, one by one, get defeated by the Shi'ar. Especially the moment where we have the battle between Colossus and Gladiator. Oh my God, that part is so incredible. That moment when Gladiator emerges from the rubble, because everything had collapsed around them when they were battling, just really symbolizes the X-Men's defeat, and they're still trying to fight, even though this is impossible. Also, there's a whole side thing between the envoy from the Skrulls and the Kree who are battling amongst themselves. The thing is that at the back end of the story, we have Cyclops and Jean/Phoenix fighting for their lives. It's their last stand, and what happens with both characters, Scott and Jean, they seek refuge in this cave. Jean realizes that if they keep on fighting, the X-Men are probably going to die. Scott, her love, is going to die. Now this part At least for me, it's up for interpretation because we have this cannon emerge from the floor. So you don't know if it's a trap by the Shi'ar or if Jean activated it and she unalives herself. But it is a really powerful moment. The Phoenix dies. This is going to be like a big game changer for the X-Men. They think that the real McCoy has died. This is going to put Scott Summers on a very interesting path from this point on. So we're going to leave this video here. I hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time. Bye.